Hi, I'm here with Jen Crisante of Jen Crisante Consultancy Inc. And we met at one of your writers' mixers.
Yes.
And what's the official name?
Friday Night Drinks. It is a group of, it was started as a way for television and feature writers to meet one another on the first Friday of every month at the X Bar in Century City at the Century Plaza Hyatt Hotel. And I started it with 25 people on my Evite list, and now it has grown to 790
Wow.
on the Evite list.
And you started this when you were working at
CBS Paramount.
CBS Paramount. And
Yes.
what were you at CBS Paramount?
I was vice president of current programs.
Current programming meaning what?
Current programs is the department that is responsible for essentially overseeing the whole process of a television show. So when a show is developed, it's a pilot, and development creates it. Then when the pilot is picked up by the network, at the studio and at the network, then it goes from the development department to the current programs department. So the current programs department oversees the whole story process, story development, from story concept to outline to script to screen, and the production process, the budget, the negotiation process with talent. They work in conjunction with business affairs, talent, publicity. So current programs is the department that oversees the whole process.
Okay.
I went to USC and I studied cinema and communications, and got out of school and recognized that I had no context and no idea of how to get in the entertainment industry. So I went to Samuel French Bookstore and got
Classic
a
place to hang
casting,
out, yeah.
exactly, got a casting book because I had an interest in casting, and I interned at Lorimar, did that for 2 years on and off, and recognized that I wanted more to do with the writing process, creativity-wise. Then worked for a feature producer, Martin Ransahoff, whose last big film at that time had been Jagged Edge. Heard about a company called the Friedman Agency, and they place assistant level, temp, and permanent jobs in the entertainment industry. Found out that there was a position in Aaron Spelling's office.
So wait a minute, you just were knocking on doors saying, hey,
Mm-hmm.
and the door started opening.
The door started opening. I think it was more of doing things like combing the trades, having an idea of the business. I mean, it's a hard business to navigate, but once you do, it's just connecting the dots. It's just asking questions, going to the trades, going through anything that will give you information. Samuel French obviously was a big place, and then connecting with placement firms. During the interviewing process, I interviewed for 2 hours with the senior VP, and was down to the last 2 girls. They went with the other woman, and then I temped for the president of Spelling Films, Ian Jessel, at that time. And then the other girl didn't work out, so they offered me more money, and it worked out to my advantage. And
So
temping is the perfect situation for that, because, temping I highly recommend for anyone in entertainment, because you get to make connections, you get to have a sense of accomplishment every time you do a job, and so it's a great arena for people who are writing or directing, but they do want to work and they do want to make connections. So
and this industry is all about really connections.
all about connections. And
No matter how good you are,
relationships.
it helps to be good, because once
Yes.
you get in that position, you have to prove yourself.
Yeah, and two, you have to recognize, like anything in life, we all start somewhere. So is going into these jobs not expecting that you're going to know everything, because you're not. No matter what you study in college, on the job is on the job.
Right.
And
Different
so
experience.
it's different experience. And Aaron Spelling was an incredible mentor, and incredible person to start with because
But you started as a temp, so you
Yeah.
you had to work your way up.
exactly. I don't want to say to start my career with.
Right, right.
Essentially.
Can you share a little bit about when you read a script now? People come to you and get pointers. What do you look for in a script, and to make it work as a TV show? You do mostly TV shows, but also as a feature.
Yeah, I do television features, and I am working with a lot of novelists as well. What I look for in story is really originality and a strong voice. I mean, you look for something that isn't something you've seen before over and over again, that there is a hook or a twist, so to say, that makes you recognize that you know what year 3 is going to be of this show. You can tell in a pilot script. The pilot script is the hardest script to write of any script because within a half hour or a 1 hour script, you are expected to set up your characters, which we don't know and have no familiarity with, and you are expected to set up the plot as well as, if you're doing a franchise, the franchise. So, you know, the mistake that many writers make is too much time and attention on the characters because the characters are new and not enough on the plot, or too much time on the plot and not enough time on the characters. And what you need to establish by the end of your half hour and hour script is, what will the series be? Why am I coming back? Why do I care? What is year 2 going to be? What is the 100th episode going to be? Have a very strong sense of, wow, there's a very strong engine for story in this concept, which again, very, very difficult to pull off.